The haters sure love making noise. Too bad I couldn't hear them over the...
This is Demi's first time on track.
This journey has been over a year and a half in the making. I've learned things that I could have never even imagined, and it showed me what I'm truly capable of. In this 4-part series, I finally get to show you how. I'm Demi Bagby, and this is my road to pro.
Gentlemen, you have adopted a new child, okay? Her name is Demi, she's in the corner there, and her goal from this moment at this start is to become a professional race car driver, and we're going to be sitting here, 2 years from now, watching her in the Indy 500. That's the goal, and this is what we do. So we're responsible for it, so if she makes or breaks it, it's all based on us.
I do not want you guys going easy on me. I don't want you to think that because there's cameras here that you have to act a certain way if you're not happy that I'm doing something wrong. So let it out. You're like my dad, so you're allowed to just,
Yes.
Bring the ruler if you need to. I'm just kidding.
So you remember the movie Rocky?
Yes.
Mickey was a great trainer in that movie. You see yourself do good, you do good. It works out so well, so it does stem back to you. You have to be open to learn. So
absolutely.
Awesome.
Let's do it. Let's do this.
So this is not scripted, this is not planned, this is film documenting. It's a documentary of Demi to pro.
I just went out. Rob's gone.
My name's Rob Knipe. I am an instructor at Radford Racing School. I've been racing for 35 years, instructing for 25 years. My challenge is to take Demi, someone that has not even driven a manual transmission, right up to becoming a race car driver. And that is what we do here at Radford Racing School.
Oh, too soon. So I tried winging it. Clearly, you can tell I don't know what I'm doing, but we're trying.
The action avoidance is a very simple exercise, but there are 2 parts of it. So understand the first half of the exercise, we are working on making an evasive lane change. The red lights are going to be the conflict. I like to say golden retriever puppies because that seems to get attention. Now it is harsh, but nobody wants to hit a golden retriever puppy. So the 2 red lanes there we want to avoid. We want to go to that lane that stays the same.
We're just doing the light, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's just left or right. You're gonna lift, turn, squeeze to the left, lift, turn, squeeze to the right, whatever's green. So again, look beyond the lights. That way you can see the change, you're gonna look for what stays the same.
All right. This is gonna be a lot harder than I was anticipating. So I'm a little bit nervous. Day 1, I'm pushing everything I got, kind of forcing myself to be confident and owning that I have no clue what I'm doing. There's a lot of moving parts, and hopefully I can get this license because right now I'm not too sure. All right, we're gonna try this again. Ah. 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 Okay.
Once the car's rolling, when you shift in a second, don't give it so much gas. Just swap feet and then give it gas. Demi is progressing. She's progressing, we'll put it that way. She's progressing, it's awesome. Demi did not tell me she could drive a manual transmission. So yeah, I used to drive a manual transmission. So, okay, so let's try it. And then she said she hasn't driven a manual transmission since she was 12. So maybe never.
I got stuck again. It's getting better though.
Do you want me to ride with you?
Yes, please. No, it won't. It'll help me. Yeah, you put me at ease because I was just out here trying.
Oh, I know. That's one. You know what? It's a steep learning curve right now, but she's doing awesome. She said that she hadn't been in a manual since she was 12 years old, and but we'll get her dialed in. She kind of jumped into the deep end getting into a 700 horsepower manual transmission car. But we'll get her dialed.
We pretty much go full speed at these 3 lights, and they have a switch, and then we have to end up switching lanes into the one that's green. And if they're all red, then we just gotta slam on our brakes as fast as we can. So we're avoiding an accident. Now I feel confident that if something happens on the freeway, I can hopefully maneuver around it. So first thing, we're feeling good. All right, y'all, it is time for the seat pour. I'm very excited because this thing is gonna fit like a glove, and you're about to see why you gotta work out to be an F4 driver.
My name is Randy Phillips. I'm the shop manager and facilities manager here. I oversee about 8 mechanics and 1 facilities person. We look after about 125 vehicles, from Hellcats to Formula cars to Lotuses to forklifts to sweepers, you know, you name it, we basically do it. Go-karts.
Look at all these hard workers helping make this seat pour happen.
Every one of these individuals right now is working for her. Every one of them.
The reason we do a seat pour and have a seat custom molded to the driver is the G-forces behind the car. Turning in a corner, you don't want a lot of movement, you want complete control of the car. So to me, the seat pour is one of the most important aspects to any driver. Having it completely formed to your body, keeping you completely snug in the car.
We're trying to get the liner into the car without any wrinkles in the back, so that everything pours out nice and smooth.
The driver actually has to hold themselves up for quite a ways to let the butt actually fill, the foam fill around your butt, so you have enough material in the bottom. And it's very difficult to get the right seat. You want the perfect posture in the car.
If you can hold that for a moment, that would be amazing. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice and slow, you can let yourself down. All the way. Go ahead, all the way down. Now, very slowly, when we say you're gonna slowly roll your back backwards, but again, starting with the bottom of your back.
Where's her feet at right now? It's on the pedal. Okay, roll on back.
Roll back nice and slow. Nice and slow. Very good.
All right, the seat pour is officially done. It's got to cure for about an hour, then they're gonna put the final layer over it. They're gonna cut the edges and make it look pretty. So I'm very excited to hop in this F4 car tomorrow, and we're gonna see what I'm capable of.
Let me first of all show you the actual oval itself. The next thing we're going to do is go to our practice oval. It's called the Maricopa Oval. It's where we practice the vision, the driving line, trail braking. This is when we get in a little more detail. This is when I'm going to find out, again, to really see Demi's performance as far as driving the car to its limits. Looking over to the right, I have the 3, 2, 1 cone. Again, that's a countdown into the corner. I want you to always brake here at the 3 cone. But before I go to the brakes, I want to judge how tight the corner actually is. How much brake do I need? We'll begin the braking process at the 3 cone, which means when the front bumper gets to that cone, that's when you can apply the brake. Okay, so you're transitioning from the gas to the brake, and you can do that pretty quick because I want to maintain as much speed as I can when the car is straight. Okay, so I transition from gas to brake. We'll start slowing the car down. The car's gonna slow down way more efficient while it's straight. Use the 4 tires to do that one thing, slow down. But your job is to get the car to the speed you think it needs to be by the turn-in cone. Okay, so the other thing is, again, it's got a lot of horsepower, 717 horsepower. So
Yes.
I'm in 3rd gear. I can still be a little bit too aggressive on the gas as well. So if I brake, at least the brake, everything feels good, but get on the gas too aggressively, it slides to the rear of the car, and then I'm sliding the rear, right?
Yes.
So, okay, that's gonna be communication. I gave it too much gas. I wanna
Got
make
it.
sure I listen to that and make the adjustment as needed.
Okay.
And if I carry the brake into the corner too long, I can create rotation that way, right? So if I give it gas,
So
I brake
brake.
hard, but I don't reduce the brake. When I go to turn in, the rear of the car starts to slide, right?
Yeah.
So that's the extreme.
Uh-huh.
So I'm looking for that balance. It's, again, seeing the car do what I want it to do, and it's feeling the car do what I want it to do.
I don't know if you just saw how amazingly fast and finesse that he just went through all those corners. Absolutely phenomenal. We're about to lead and follow, so he's gonna hop in his car, I'm gonna hop in, and we're gonna be running 3rd gear around these corners, so he's gonna kind of build my path for me so I have a better understanding of how fast and how slow and where I need to hit these corners properly. Then he's gonna hop in and he's gonna be coaching me, so we're gonna push the limits and see how far we can get. All right, y'all, we got the 4-point harness on. We've got a helmet on, safety first, send it second, and we're going through corner practice, so let's do it.
There you go. You're already looking at your exit point, right? Press out through that. Clutch in. Second. Release clutch.
Oops, sorry, too fast.
There you go. That's good.
Too fast.
You got it.
Maintain. Hit the outside. And go. Okay.
Rock and roll. So we spent an hour on the oval, right? Working on just the driving techniques, vision, driving line, trail braking. Okay, now tomorrow we're gonna add one more step in that oval exercise. It's gonna be a downshift. That downshift is gonna put the car in the power band, give you a little bit more torque coming off the corner. To do that properly, we're gonna teach you how to do a heel and toe downshift. I am nervous because she's just now learned how to drive a manual transmission. So you're doing 3 things with 2 feet inside the car. I think Demi is a little nervous on this one as well. Heel and toe, physically used your heel to slow the car down and then use the toe to give it gas, or vice versa. Toe to slow the car down and then heel to give it gas, okay? So what we're gonna do is match the engine speed with the transmission speed in that lower gear. That way it's a seamless transition.
When would you apply that?
In the braking zone when the car's straight, ideally, right? So
like when I'm hitting that 3, 2, 1,
yes,
that's when I'm changing it,
yeah,
matching rev so that I'm hitting that turn consistently and then going out of it nicely.
Right, so around the 2 cone, that's where I make the downshift. I want to make sure it's done before I turn in for the corner. Okay. That way if I do make a mistake, the car's still straight and stable.
What's the difference of me doing it like I did already with no shifting versus shifting?
You have a little bit more torque coming off the corner.
Okay.
Right, so it's like a cherry on top. You go a little bit quicker. An engine creates power in a range. Mm-hmm. So these cars, it builds that power from 3,500 all the way to 6,500. If I'm in that range, the car's gonna pull hard. If I'm below that range, it's not gonna pull as hard. It's gonna take longer to get up to speed. Mm-hmm. So ideally, I'm always trying to keep it in that range.
More torque.
Right, more torque. Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Cool.
They say that this is one of the hardest things to do at the school. So I don't know how I'm gonna do, especially because I should probably kind of know how to do this in a sense, but I don't. So I'm definitely nervous. I don't even think my feet are big enough to do it, but we're gonna see if some flexibility can play here.
Right, so think about how much brake pressure you were using on the oval, because that's what you're gonna use. Right, so yeah, give it that rev. I would suggest a little higher on the brake pedal. That's gonna get you a little bit closer to the gas. There you go.
So,
but after you release the rev, continue to brake. Right, pivot the foot, continue holding that brake pedal. There you go. Let's do that again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be higher. So I'm gassing it. I'm braking, revving.
There you go. Perfect. Do that again.
But that's too much, though.
Perfect. No, I want to hear some noise. So that's good.
So I'm gassing it.
Gives you more time.
Braking.
Wing it.
Yeah. I got that. But we're to wear clown shoes tomorrow. Oh my gosh, it's so hard.
Or even try to dip your heel if you can. As long as the brake stays steady, if you dip your heel to give it a rev, that works as well.
What do you mean, like do this?
So, yep, just wing it. Yep.
The heel might be better for me, huh?
That's where heel and toe came from, right? But the hard part about that sometimes is you add a little bit more brake pressure, but everybody can adapt, so it still works.
I feel like I am more consistently on the brake when I'm using my heel. Because because of literally my shoe size, look, it's like kind of right.
It slips between.
Unless I'm like right here, I can do it, but like this is more like brake pressure. Yeah, is that bad if I do it like that?
No, it's good. As long as
that's more consistent for me.
Do it,
yeah. Because this kind of sketches me out. Like I feel like my foot's like to go to the gas, it's not enough pressure.
Now I'm in the car with Demi. We're getting up to speed. She's working on the heel and toe, going through the steps. Brake, try to brake a little bit lighter, but brake, clutch, shift, rev it if you can. Now release clutch. That was was it.
Just, I need to be going faster though.
Yep, but that's perfect. Nice job. I was actually amazed. I think it's the athleticism. She does yoga. She does amazing as far as the moves, controlling the 2 pedals at once. So now we're progressing quick. She's progressing quick. Brake, clutch, shift, rev. Okay, release clutch, but continue to brake. Right, so yeah, that left foot continues to jump off that brake pedal. We'll just want to make sure we continue.
Okay, brake.
There you go. Nice. Okay, brake hard, clutch, shift, rev, release clutch, continue to brake. Beautiful. That was it. Yeah, that was...
But did I do it too? Because I'm trying to hit this turn faster.
Right, so you continued to brake after you released the clutch, and then you released the brake, and then you went back to brake. That's okay. But
am I trying to go into that turn faster or slower than what I just did?
The same. Brake as needed. Normal corner, that was ideal. That's perfect.
It makes sense now. Look at us go!
End of day 1 feeling really good, feeling positive. This is going to be easy to get her SCCA license. Day 1 went super smooth. Day 2, we get a little bit more in depth. We start off with a braking exercise, a little bit easier in day 2 as far as the beginning, kind of warm yourself up a little bit.
Thank you everyone for watching my first episode of my racing documentary. By now, I have Race Pro, and you guys get to see my entire journey to get there. So check out the previews for next week, and I'll see you soon.
Good job. Keep it smooth.